what are the key benefit for an
Hmm.
investor once they go to Hungary?
Number one, cost of living is amazing over there. Number two, it's as safe as Dubai or Saudi, where you don't have to worry about your family being over there. Financially wise, you can say it's like 50 to 60 times cheaper than Dubai.
What is the main challenges an applicant could face, and what would be your advice if they choose to apply for entrepreneur program in Hungary?
They don't face any challenges because we are there to take care of them.
Welcome to Global Residency and Citizenship Talks. I'm Waquar Karim, Chief Operating Officer at WWICS and CBIS, the world's largest immigration group. For over 30 years, we have been at the forefront of the immigration industry, helping the global elite navigate the complexities of international mobility. Many countries are keen to attract such high caliber individuals. And here at WWICS and CBIS, we have been dedicated decades to understanding and facilitating these opportunities. Join us as we decode the complex world of residency and citizenships for you. Before we proceed, please like and subscribe to our channel, Global Residency and Citizenship Talk. In our last episode, we explored the role of venture capitalist or venture capital group in Canada's starter visa program. Today, we continue our series with a focus on Hungary Entrepreneur Program. We have a special guest with us, Syed Mohammed Zaid Mansoor, Director of Mansoor Business and Innovation Services, KFC Hungary. Syed has been a resident of Hungary, and for the last 8 years, he has been doing an extensive work on business and investment facilitation within the Business Entrepreneur Immigration Program for Hungary. Syed is not only a seasoned expert in the field, but also a prominent figure in the Hungarian business community, especially those who are planning to migrate or those who are landing first time in Hungary for business establishment, starting a business, or venturing into a business. He has played a pivotal role in facilitating numerous business ventures, provided comprehensive support to foreign investors and business owners, ensuring these smooth transitions and success in the Hungarian market. Welcome to podcast, Syed Mansoor.
Good to be here, Mr. Walker.
Syed, you bring a wealth of experience to the table, having focused on investments and business immigration in Hungary,
Mm-hmm.
which has been several years into Hungarian residency program.
Uh,
Let's dive in more detail into Hungarian entrepreneur program.
okay.
I would like to understand for our viewers, can you give an overview about Hungary Entrepreneur Residency Program?
Hungary Entrepreneur Residency Program was previously known as the HER program. Now it's been changed to self-employment guest residency program. That's what it's called now. It's a very simple program where you establish a business in Hungary, and while establishing, you show that you have an intent of actually genuinely going to do business over there. And in our process, we show that the company is running, and then we apply for the residency. And the residency comes like it's a very small program where you establish a business and get a residency through that business immigration, like through that business.
Oh, so for anyone who has some entrepreneurial skill or wish to start a business in Hungary, could qualify to apply for the Hungarian residency program.
Anyone, not only businessman, anyone who can afford it's a business. Hungary business immigration happens to be one of the most economically
Mhm.
business immigration in the world,
Mhm.
where people, even who are working, can establish a small business in Hungary, and via that business, they can apply for their residency for themselves and for their family. So it does not require you to have a previous business background. It does not require for you to have any such experience of doing business and stuff. So that is how it works.
So to let us, dive more in detail
Yeah.
about each one of the perspective of this program
Mhm.
for our viewers to easily understand, what is the eligibility requirement if I say 1, 2, 3, 4?
Uh-huh.
What could be those?
The eligibility requirement is obviously the person needs to be more than like 24, 25, because it needs to be a logical age of actually doing anything over there.
Uh-huh.
Secondly, he needs to have a graduation degree. These
Uh-huh.
are the two requirement that is required. The rest of the thing is he needs to have fundings to do his business. That's all. There is no previous experience that they need. They just need whatever the degree that you have. You can actually do something according to it. Like for example, somebody has graduation in commerce, he can do any sort of business over there, like consultancy or any sort. A lot of people also do business immigration through their spouses if they don't want to move over there. There are many benefits of actually for Hungary business immigration, which I will be telling you later on in this podcast. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a very precise information about the eligibility.
Yeah.
There are two factors which, if you can put more light on it.
Uh-huh.
One is when you say spouse could also qualify. What does
Yeah.
it mean?
Means like for example, I do not want to leave Dubai or any place. I'm well settled and I do not want to go there to, like for example, take PR, because PR comes after 3 years of residency over there, by like living over there for at least for 2 years, 4 months out of 3 years. But you can have your residency renewed every year. If you don't want to go there, that's not an issue. But if you do want to go, like at least to a PR and a passport. So if you do want to get a PR or a passport, a lot of people do this. They keep their jobs or they keep their business. If they are a businessman, you can be anywhere. But if you, or perhaps you need to be there where your business is. But if you want to also get a PR or a passport, a lot of people do businesses on the name of their spouse, because you do not require to have a previous business experience to apply for this program. So when the spouse gets the residency, automatically you can also apply for, the spouse can also apply for the whole family, and the person can stay here while the spouse can get the PR and the passport. And once she gets the PR, she can also sponsor the PR while the person can keep on coming and going. So that is one of the reasons why a lot of people do it under the name of their spouse.
The second factor, which if you can put more light on it, specifically about the funding. So you mentioned one is the age, which is 24 years of age.
Yes.
Second is a minimum a bachelor degree. What you mean?
Yes.
Undergraduate degree
Bachelor's diploma. Yeah.
or a diploma,
Yeah.
post-secondary diploma.
Post-secondary diploma.
So
Yeah.
one of these.
One of
maybe
these.
2 years of diploma, or
2 years of diploma is more than enough, or something less certification. And some, for example, people do not, like after their high school, they do some certification. And for example, in IT or in AI or in a lot of things, they can also apply through that if they are doing something according to their field.
So any professional education diplomas,
Yeah.
From any other university or professional organization or college. So that means someone has certain education skill, post-secondary education.
True.
Or a bachelor degree undergraduate
Yes.
program.
Yeah.
And this third factor you mentioned, apart from age and education, is a funding. So if you can give an exact understanding of minimum funding required, so everyone can understand that whether he could plan to apply with the available funding they have.
See, in terms of costing, that is something like
One is the costing part.
one is the costing part. But if a person has around like 75,000 liquid cash, it's less than that. If they have 75,000 liquid cash, that would cover their costing. They will also cover their show money as well, which they have to show there.
75,000, when you say, is in UAE dirham or in
Euro.
Euro. 75,000 euros.
If
They
you're
need to show it.
asking, if you're asking in dirham, if you're asking like precisely, it's always good to have more. It's basically around 50,000 euros that you required, and liquid cash. Like some of the money will go in costing, some of the money will go in ensuring that you have sufficient cash to actually run that business. So 50,000 is actually precise, but it's always good to have a little bit more to show. That's why we always recommend that if you are comfortable with 75,000 euros, to show 75,000 euros as liquid cash, not in assets and property, then it's a very good program for you. It's a very simple, easy program and very relaxing program for a person to do. Yeah.
Okay. Now moving further, what are the key benefit for an investor once they go to Hungary compared to any other country, or understanding that they are going apart from just taking residency?
As you can see, I have for the last 8 years, I've been in Hungary, coming and going. Basically, mostly I'm based here in Dubai, but I do spend a lot of my time over there because now my office and my staff is there. Uh, what I've the benefits num- for me, I can tell you, like, everybody have a different sets of, like, what
True.
they are looking for. There are some benefits through the company, which is like, if I say in terms of financially wise, you can say it's like 50 to 60 times cheaper than Dubai.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that is one good thing.
Uh-huh.
That's a benefit. Uh, the corporate tax is around 9%, which is equivalent or a little bit less
Oh.
than Dubai as well.
Uh-huh.
Income tax is around 15%, which is also quite cheap in terms of other EU and other countries. So that is a good thing. That is the part where you say, like, okay, fine, what is the benefit of having a business over there? These are the part. Now, having a residency over there, number one, cost of living is amazing over there. Number two, it's as safe as Dubai or Saudi, where you don't have to worry about your family being over there.
Uh-huh.
Number three is the lifestyle. Like, for example, in Dubai, if you are earning, for example, 10,000, 15,000 dirham, which is the average income here in Dubai, and you're living as a middle class, there in Hungary, you will live as a high class. Like, that's like suddenly there's a boost in your lifestyle. You don't go backwards, you go forward. So that is a good thing. Um you can travel all around the Schengen zone. That is, the residency also give you the right to travel anywhere in 27 countries, which is in EU Schengen zone.
Uh-huh.
You also get the NHS, the National Health Services in Hungary are one of the best
Is it? Okay.
that I've seen. Number one, they don't have issues such as like in UK, which is going on, such as like in any other places. I cannot say names of the country, but everybody knows the NHS issues. So they don't have such issues.
Uh-huh.
So you can walk in. Doctors are great. You can always have your appointments, your surgeries, everything. You don't have to wait for months to get anything treated. Even if it's a sleep treatment, which can be prolonged, it happens right then and there. The currency is it's a controlled environment. So, like, Hungary happens to be a poor country. Like, I wouldn't say poor, but it's a controlled environment. So all the prices are fixed over there. There's a certain prices that cannot exceed. So which benefits an entrepreneur a lot. In terms of doing their business, also for people in terms of living over there. A lot of people work in Austria, live in Hungary. A lot of people work in Germany, lives in Hungary. A lot due to the fact, like, it's cheaper, it's safer, you get a better lifestyle. For example, if I'm in Germany in Munich and I'm doing a job over there, the minimum two bed I will get in a suburb would be around 1,700 to 1,800 euros, perhaps now 2,000 euros. But in Hungary, the same thing I will get for 600 to 700 euros, or even less.
That's a major difference.
That's a big difference. And the similar thing happens in Austria. Is even more expensive. So, and it's like, and it's 2 to 3 hours drive from Hungary. Austria, Vienna. So what happens? Well, like people do in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they go to Abu Dhabi, they work, they live in Dubai because Abu Dhabi expensive. Similarly, a lot of people do. They go to Austria to work, they come back. So that is the people who wants to live in Hungary. Secondly, there are many benefits. Where one benefit is also that, like, for example, like me, I spend a lot of time in Dubai. A lot of people wants to have a second option. Second option in a sense, like, they don't want to leave their place, they don't want to leave their comfort zone, especially like in Dubai and Saudi and stuff. They're having good jobs, good salaries, but they do want to have a second residency. Like in other countries, you have to live over there a certain amount of days to actually keep a residency active. And in Hungary, there is no such thing. You do not get the PR until you live, but you can keep on renewing your residency till the end of time. Like, for example, I have put over here a couple of my residency, because as you can see, I don't, like, after 3 years you get your PR, but I don't have PR because I don't live over there too much. Like, you have to live in 3 years, 2 years, 4 months to apply for your PR. if you are not getting your PR, you're not applying for your PR. So every year you can just keep on renewing your residency.
Mhm.
And these are like 4 residencies of mine, from one of the old to new. I don't.
Can you show to everyone this site for the viewers to see?
Okay. So
These are the 4 residency cards.
yeah,
Okay.
my aces. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So these are the
Yeah,
cards. Just to let.
All
just
of them, you look younger.
this is the recent one.
This one, you
This
look
was
more younger.
yeah, this was just issued in March. This is 2025 March. This was
Uh-huh.
issued in March. This is my latest one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I haven't shaved. Yeah. So, anyway, you can keep on renewing your residency as long as if you can afford like 2,000 dirhams or 500 euros a month. If you can afford that, you can easily keep your residency for till the time you actually want to go there.
200 euro to 500 euro if someone.
No, 2,000 dirhams in 80, if somebody wants to know in 80, which is equivalent to around 500 euros.
Mhm.
So if somebody can afford 500 euros a month,
Okay.
he can keep this residency for till.
And where this cost goes, 500 euro, by the way,
the
for our
cost is
viewers?
actually divided into a couple of parts. One part is the income tax.
Okay.
Because the maintenance, once you receive your residency, now comes the time for maintaining the company.
Okay.
The maintenance of the company requires that you pay yourself, you pay income tax, right?
Okay.
The income tax for a single applicant comes around to 68, but obviously as the inflation will go up, it might go up to 300, but right now it's 268. That's the minimum tax that you pay monthly.
Mhm.
So yeah, 268 euros plus you also need to have a couple of more things, which comes up to around 500 euros,
Okay.
like less than 500 euros, but just to make it
An average cost
an
you're
average
talking
cost,
about.
like it's less than 500, but 500 is something like, a person like, okay, fine, 500 is something that I would be paying for myself every month.
Uh-huh.
So this will come as a cost
Which comes to annually 6,000 euro,
6,000 euros.
which
Yeah.
is equivalent to approximately 25,000 dirham.
Yeah.
A lot of people having a business here in UAE or any other part of the world, as the law of the land, there are annual, renewal of cost of the license. There are annual lease renewal. They are at least not annual, but every 2 years visa renewal cost as far as someone does not have a golden visa. So this cost is very reasonable. And moreover, you don't need to, I believe, one does not require to renew the license every year.
No,
in
there is
Hungary.
no
It's a
renewing of
lifelong
the
license.
license. There is only renewing of the residency. That's it.
That's great.
License is there till the time you have.
So that goes to my next question, which is very important. Can you exactly mention about the business benefits in terms of the one of the lowest tax, corporate tax in Europe, which is 9%.
9%.
In fact, even it is lower than the UAE, which has just recently introduced.
10.
I think UAE is 10%.
10%.
And it has a fixed income tax, which is 15%, which you're saying.
15% is the income tax. The income tax bracket comes into, there are 3 parts of income tax.
Okay.
One is 15%.
Okay.
268, like for example, 268 something a person pays, a single applicant, not with the family, a single applicant pay around 268 euros a month. Now this 268 is divided into 3 parts. One part is his insurance. I should have shown my insurance card as well.
That's fine.
So one is the insurance that you get from the NHS card. You would say it's called TOI card.
Okay.
So you get TOI card, which provides you insurance and benefits all over, like Hungary. So one is that. It's one part goes to that. One part is 15%, and one part is pension, which is retrievable. After a certain age, you can retrieve it back from the government.
That goes in a pension, as it is there in any other country.
Yes.
Which is called Provident Fund, Social Security Fund, whatever it is.
So these are the 3 parts. So 15% is the income tax that's go. One is the NHS, which goes over there, and one is your pension. So divided into 3 parts. So you can say it comes like income tax is 15%, but that happens in all the EU.
Okay.
That's there.
Fair enough. So the benefit you mentioned about, I'm again summarizing. One is the corporate tax cost of doing business is very low.
Very low.
One does not need to go and leave permanently if he does not wish to.
No.
And he can, as long as he can keep the business active, he can continue with an average cost of just 500 euro per month, which is 6,000 euro annually. and he can keep the family, he can be here, another part of the world. Further, the country also provide a very great national health services and
Services, yeah.
benefits, which is very good, and in terms of the quality and infrastructure. I know a lot of parents have sent their children to study in
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of the medicine university or the college in Hungary. So you're absolutely right. But what are the other social benefits in terms of the education benefits,
I was coming to
in
that.
terms
Yeah.
of any childcare benefits,
Hmm.
in terms of any pension plan in the future, or in terms of any unemployment insurance, anything, whatever you can share about the Hungary related to social benefits?
Yeah, so unemployment comes after PR, obviously. Once
Okay.
you become a permanent residency, then unemployment benefits are you can avail them. Before that, the benefit that you get as social benefits, like children get free education if they want to study in Hungarian system, even if they want to have which is called Duolingo schools, so where they have two languages and stuff. So over there, it starts from the 300 euros a month, which is around like basically it's around 1,000 dirhams, where you can so the children can study in English while also learning Hungarian language as well. They have many schools like that where it's one of the best there, which is quite cheap in terms of here in Dubai. My son kindergarten costs around like 1,000 euros, so 1,000 dirhams to 1,000 euros is a big difference. So that's till the high school. They can also study in English. If they're studying in Hungarian, that is free. University becomes peanuts. There are also programs, if you have your PR, that your studies can also become free if you want to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, or
You get a grant.
you get
Student can
grants.
apply for
Yeah,
a scholarship.
yeah. A scholarship everybody can apply, but there are, yeah, like you said, grants and stuff. So your education also become free. Anyways, Debrecen, it's one of the best place to do dentistry. Other a lot of people come over there for scholarship and stuff. So yep, it's one of the best. So social benefits, education is there.
Mhm.
Yes, if you give birth over there after PR, they take care of. Oh well, that covered in NHS anyways. The childbirth and stuff.
Okay.
That is covered by NHS. Besides that, you also like sometimes, I don't know if it's still there because it was there 3 years ago, that if your children used to go to school, uh, the mayor used to come and give you 100 euros to the children. Like each child used to get 100 euros,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know if it's still there or not.
Okay.
So, but it used to be there. Not every month, first
Okay.
time only. Yeah. So what else? Oh yeah, you can. One of the these are the social benefits basically. If you have 3 children after PR, you also get like 30% discount in a lot of places. Because Hungary, once you have the citizenship, actually, because Hungary has a very less population.
So once someone going on a resident visa, as you said, correct, given the information, which is very important for our viewers, that they get free education at the school, at the Hungarian school, where Hungary is the language spoken.
Yes, yeah.
If they want to study in a school where English and Hungary both are taught, so it costs them how much?
It starts costing them from 1,000, they're around 300 euros, 250 to 300 euros. Yeah.
Per month.
Per month, yeah.
Otherwise, while they're going for university education, it is highly subsidized,
It's
or
highly
most of the time
subsidized.
it is free because of the grant.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
This 250 to 300 is starting. There are many other schools which are like also famous here in Dubai. They are expensive. They're here in Dubai as well, all over the world. So they are like expensive schools are also there. Normal schools are also there. Depends on how you
How
wanna-
the parents would like to put their children.
Yeah, exactly.
But after they get a PR, what are the other benefits they get?
On the residency, you can travel anywhere in EU.
Okay.
Right? You can also avail jobs over there and get another residency or convert your residency as well. Like, for example, people who are looking for a job, for example, and they have companies. A lot of people have companies like in Germany. They're working here in a German company or a Swedish company, but the company is not willing to apply for the residency. But they do say, if you bring a residency over here, we will give you the job. Like happens in Canada, like bring the PR and join the company. Like Dubai branch can join the Canadian branch if you have a PR.
Okay.
Similar like this, a lot of people, for this is an easier route to get a residency,
Uh-huh.
and either convert, like go over there and convert your this card to other Schengen zone card.
Uh-huh.
There is also one thing, right to reside is, for example, my money is coming from Hungary, but I'm living in Spain. This is called right to reside. You got, a lot of people can also do that. Beside right to reside is these are the factors that you get all these benefits on the residency itself. On the PR, uh, it's well, you start getting social benefits in terms of unemployment benefits. You get also your credit history, so you can also avail before on the residency permit itself. You cannot take loans
It's
from the
not
bank.
allowed.
It's not allowed. Once you have PR, then you are as good as a citizen.
Uh-huh.
So you can avail for mortgage, you can take personal loans. There are many grants over there that you can. There are many types of loans over there, so you can choose that. You can also invest in a lot of government entity projects, which you cannot before getting a PR. So these are the other benefits that you get. Plus, you can also apply afterwards for EU settlement card. If you don't want to take the passport, you can take a settlement card, which is as good as the passport. Then you can settle anywhere in like EU if you want to. Yeah.
So for entrepreneurs, while they're making a decision, you understand, those who are absolutely sure they already have a business in Hungary or let's say Germany, they choose obviously Germany as a residency because they have been doing trading and businesses in those countries. But those who are first timers, how you compare Hungary program in terms of the entrepreneur program vis-a-vis to other countries' program, like Portugal has D2 visas or similar programs in other countries?
There are two things in Hungary and Hungary program and D2 as well. D2 is similar, like every EU country has this program. Every Schengen zone has this program. Every country has this program. Dubai has this program. Right, every country in the world has this program.
So by starting a business, one can get a
you get your residency there.
Okay.
Every country has different criteria of giving you the residency.
True.
And every country has a different cost of doing business. Benefits and stuff. Like for example, in Portugal, like as you said, D2. Now D2 is where people applied with the papers of saying that we intend to do business.
You're right.
That becomes, in terms of costing, it becomes cheaper. But in terms of getting the appointment, getting the residency, it is since 2023 December, it's been like almost impossible now. They have bring in a new program similar like D2 where they ask, but it's a golden visa program where they ask you to invest 500,000 euros either in a new business, either in a running business, and hire around 5 nationals or 10 residency holders in the company. So that is, they are actually shifting, they are more toward, like they are pushing people to go towards that route, which is similar to D2, but more higher investment.
So how Hungary is better in that comparison?
There is no comparison in terms of investment that they require. There is like I said, if you can show 10,000 euros in your bank account in Hungary, that is what the revenue you have generated, and around 20,000 euros as capital investment that you have, around 30,000 euros. Plus, this is the show money that you need to have. Plus, and the costs, whatever the cost is for, like, doing the business here or there in Hungary, making your trade license, having an office, employee, taxes and stuff till you get your residency, because it takes around 6 months, 4 to 6 months to get your residency there in Hungary. The whole process takes 4 to 6 months. If you are fast, then it can be minimum 4 months, maximum 6 months, you get your residency there.
So what I understood, to summarize, for our viewers,
10 times cheaper.
So it is cheaper program.
Yep. Now,
second is a faster processing time.
Yes.
6 months to 8 months.
Yeah.
On average.
If you're in Dubai and Gulf or in India, you get appointments like this from VFS. Yeah.
Okay. So it's a faster program.
Yes.
The third factor is the with a minimum investment, minimum liability in advance, one can get the residency compared to any other country where they need to commit more in the business or the investment in advance. And the fourth factor, you're saying that Hungary, anyone could qualify as far as someone has certain qualification, basic
Yeah.
qualification, post
Yeah.
secondary, and have availability of fund.
True.
The fourth factor you mentioned, which is comparable to other countries, is that one does not require to live permanently in Hungary if it does not wish to
If he
take
does
a
not
PR
wish to,
immediately.
yeah, so
He can live outside and continue maintaining the PR,
yes,
his temporary residency.
that's true.
What is the main challenges an applicant could face, and what would be your advice if they choose to apply for entrepreneur program in Hungary?
They don't face any challenges because we are there to take care of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't face any challenges. What challenges?
Okay. So, do you advise them to be well prepared, while those who may be going directly and applying as well? Not everyone would be finding you. So,
Well,
what
they
is
will
the
find
advice
you.
for them?
Yeah. My advice is to find us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the advice, and then they can relax, and they will have no problem whatsoever in getting their residency. That's our guarantee.
So, the last question before we wrap up our podcast discussion, what is the one advice do you give to those who are looking to migrate anywhere, or they're planning to choose Hungary?
The most important thing, the paramount. See, I am a parent. I'm a
Uh-huh.
father. I am also a businessman. So I look at the place where I can make money,
Uh-huh.
where my family is safe, and I don't go backwards, I go forward, and I see a future for my children and for myself when I retire. Hungary happens to have all those things. Number one, I know my children will be safe. They are very conservative, so they are not being exposed to a lot of things which I don't want to be. I don't want my child to be exposed in Western culture. It's not there. You will not find those kind of things there. They are very family oriented, very family oriented. You will not find those kind of stuff over there. Yeah, there are like party clubs and stuff like that, but it's not where people go. It's not where general people go. Tourists goes there, tourism and stuff, and normally general public does not even like go towards that. So it's a very healthy environment. The environment is very healthy to bring my child over there who's young. I can expose him to that kind of environment without having any fear what will happen, because they really much respect their parents and stuff like we do in our country. So that is one of the good things. What else is, yeah, it's like, for example, from Dubai or from India and Pakistan, well, it's cheaper than Pakistan, it's cheaper than India. It's safe and secure. If I'm doing business, I don't have to fear anything, because even if I'm doing a good job, if I'm living away, like I said in the beginning a lot of times already, that if I'm making good money here in Dubai and my family is living over there, number one, I don't have to, like, the political situation, or it's not that as safe as Dubai, India or Pakistan. That's a given. However, Hungary happens to be safe as Dubai. So without having any problem, they can keep their families over there while supporting them from Dubai, and then later on get their PRs through their spouses. It's one of the best thing to do, and it's not a burden to my pocket. A lot of people, average person pocket, it's not a burden. It's a successful program as long as you do show that what you are doing. They don't have any problem in terms of like what nationality you have. A lot of people say, will it happen, will it not happen? It will happen. It's not a program where there is like a probability of not happening it. As long as you're fulfilling what the government is asking, that is the best thing about Hungary, I would say, in terms of program. That you can, if the person is doing whatever the government is asking him to do in terms of showing the business, whatever they're asking, 100%, not from me, anyone, he will get the residency.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Finally, that brings the last question, or probably your advice. Can you share for us some success stories, any case study for our viewers?
I'll tell you how the procedure work for the
Mm.
business immigration. Uh, and as you know, we have been doing it for a very, very long time. There are many cases. So I'll tell you how the normal process work.
Mm.
Yeah. So normal process is we establish the company over there. It
Mm.
takes around 20 days to 30 days for trade license to come. Most it's like it happens in 3 days, but the paperwork comes over here because you don't have to leave your home
Mm.
to do this program.
Mm.
Once that is done, once your trade license is done, we have to open up a business bank account. We also do that online now, so the person does not have to go anywhere. That unless until he has some issues, and we have to hire a Hungarian director in the company. Otherwise, it's done online within 15-20 minutes. Once the company is established, he has to go to the embassy 2 times. One is to open up a client gate, which is where his client gate is something which is there in all the EU. It's also there in UK. It's where where you pay your taxes, pension, everything is mentioned over there. So that
Okay.
is one of the. It's free. It's a
Mhm.
portal that links to your company. So after client gate, we have to show the company is running for at least 3 months to show that the company is generating revenue. Revenue should be not can be as less as 2,000 euros a month,
Mhm.
and then we apply for the residency. Once we apply for the residency, it takes around a month, for maximum a month to 2 months, to get the approval for the residency. So that's how the procedure is. Success story is. Uh, there are people over here, as you know, who owns a hotel. He got his residency done within 4 months.
Uh-huh.
4 months to 5 months, sir.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then there is another, like, housewives, like mostly a lot of housewives does this, like, who are graduate and stuff, and they want to move from here for their children benefits and stuff, and husband wants them to go, so they do it on their name. So that this is the procedure. You can implement anyone.
Under this procedure, and
Yeah.
they can be successful.
Yes.
That's the whole story of Hungary Entrepreneur
Yeah.
Program. And
Yeah.
I have been personally associated with many successful stories
Yes.
where we have seen clients have been taking the services and starting the process.
Ah.
They got the residency under Hungary Entrepreneur Program. They landed in Hungary and they have been successful there, whether they are doing a business themselves or they're doing in a partnership. Few of them owns their home, few of them owns their businesses. They are living there, few of them are living here and managing both the countries' residency. So thanks for being here. So Zaid, thanks for sharing the insight and expertise about
Thank
the
you.
Hungary
I hope I
Entrepreneur
was
Program.
helpful.
Yeah, it is greatly helpful.
Yeah.
And in fact, it helps our viewers also to understand.
Yeah.
It was unexplored territories for many of them in terms of opening a business and taking a residency.
Yeah.
And that podcast with the information you have shared will help a lot of our viewers and the applicant. They are looking to migrate to one of the safest country and achieve their dream. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Waquar. Nice to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Syed. So, as a tradition, we request our guests to have the signature on the mug. So, we keep it as our reference point for
All right.
future. And we always remember the insight and information which you have shared in this podcast.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's do this. I hope this is good enough.
This is amazing. To our listeners, thank you for tuning to in Global Residency and Citizenship Talks. Stay tuned for more episodes where we explore opportunities for global mobility and business growth. Until next time, take care.